Hello everyone, welcome to HB tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to make a dot game like this one in Scratch. Here you can see we have a beautiful space background with our little player here with a health of 5. Now, here our little player must dodge all of these meteorites and must still survive as long as possible. And these meteorites will come randomly from left to right. And if he hits one, he gets stunned. And he loses a health. And similarly, he needs to dodge all of these space obstacles. And once he is at 0, the player loses. So that's basically the preview of the game. Now, let's start the coding part. So first you will need to have 3 sprites, your player, your obstacle and the background. First, let's start coding with the player. Now, the player has 3 sprites, the idle, the dead and the stun. You can make your own player and use it. But it needs to have these 3. Get a when green flag is clicked. Go to controls, get a forever loop, get to if, and then go to variables, make a variable called health. And this will be the help of our sprite. Set health to 5 forever if key right arrow is pressed or if key left arrow is pressed. If the key right arrow is pressed, go to motion, change x by 10. If the left arrow is pressed, change x by -10. We cannot see our player. That's because it is behind the background. Now for that, go to front layer, change it to go to front layer. Now if you click the green flag, we can see our player moving on the screen. Now it's not exactly touching the ground, so for that, let's put a particular position and then with the when green flag is clicked, go to XY. Now if we click our green flag, we can see our player moving. And then we click it again, it goes back to that same position. Now, get a point in direction 90. And then, if key right arrow is pressed, point in direction -90. And if the left arrow is pressed, point in direction 90. Now, if we try it, you can see that our player is now turning left to right whenever we click the right or left arrows. Now I think I'll change it to 5. Next, let's code our meteorite. Go to the meteorite, get a when green flag is clicked, forever, get a wait 1 second, change it to wait 0.7 seconds. Next, get a create a clone of myself, and then when I start as a clone, go to looks and then get a show. When the green flag is clicked, hide. When I start as a clone, show, go to motion, go to X, pick random 230 till -230, and then Y to the topmost 180. And now if we see, and then again go to looks, it needs to go to the front layer so that it is visible. And when I click on this, it goes to a random position between 230 and -230. Next, go to controls forever, repeat until, go to operators, get a less than, go to motion, get a y position is less than negative 179.99. Next, get a turn 10 degrees and then change y by -10. Now if we try it, you can see that our meteorites are falling down, and then at the end, get a delete this clone. And now once it touches the ground, it deletes itself. So now that's good. Now let's code that whenever the meteorites are hitting our player, it damages us. For that, get a if, go to sensing, if touching Mini, which is my player, go to events, get a broadcast damage. Like that, and then go to our player sprite, and then when I receive damage, go to variables, change health by -1, go to lock, switch costume to stun, the stunned costume, and then wait 1 second. Now separate this and then go to events. Simply get, when green flag is clicked, broadcast move. And then when I receive move, it should do the movement code. And then after the 1 second, broadcast move. Now if you try it, you can see that it is still in the stunned costume. Now to solve that, go to looks, and in the move, switch to costume idle. Now if we try it, we can switch the costume onto idle, but if we're touching, our health decreases very fast. And to solve that, go to the Meteorite sprite and then get a, when I start as a clone, get an if, go to sensing, touching Mini, go to controls, delete this clone. Now if you try it, get a forever loop. Now if we try it, you will see that every time it touches our player, it deletes itself. Now that's good. But another thing is that whenever we are losing in health, it again revives itself. To solve that, go back to our player. And the reason is that we are putting that set health to 5 and go to the position. You put that in the when green flag is clicked. Now if we test it, yes, we're staying at our health and we're not going back to our position. But if you see, we are still not dying even if we get to 0. For that, get a when green flag is clicked, go to get a forever loop, get an if then, go to operators, get an O symbol, and then get an equal and less than, Oops. And then if the health is less than 1 or health is equal to 0, which is the same as less than 1, go to looks, switch costume to dead, and then go to controls, stop all. Now if we try it, we have our player, we can get damage by a meteorite. And then finally, if our health is 0, it brings us to the dead costume and it stops everything. Now let's add a small sound. For that, go to the background sprite. So it doesn't matter which sprite you are getting the sound from, but you can choose your sound. Make sure you're in the loops so you can get your perfect sound. You can choose any sound you want. I think I like this one. If you want, you can even edit it. And this will be good. Next, go to the code. When green flag is clicked, forever. Go to sound. Get a play sound video game 1 until done. Now if we try it, you can see that we have a sound. One player we can work and we do dodge the meteorite. If we get hit, it's a stunned costume and we lose our health. And if we are at 0 health, the player dies. So that is basically the whole game. Now this is a part of a game. You can add this type of code to your other games to make it even more better. Like the health, the right and left, and much more. So this is it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay notified whenever I send a new video. Thank you.